Hi, Bridget. This is
Bridget.
Bill Bellamy. I am Sam Sylk's play cousin. They call me Bill Sylk. What you think about the Will Smith thing, baby? Tell me the truth, because you always tell the truth. How you feel about Will Smith apologizing?
How you know me like that?
I could tell.
Yes. Listen, truthfully, I think it shouldn't be Will giving the apology. I think Jada needs to be giving the apology.
You think Jada needs
Why Jada?
Ooh, you messy.
Because Jada started all this stuff.
You know what?
I truthfully think that, because I wasn't able to call the last time,
Mm-hmm.
but I truthfully think that if it wasn't for her getting upset and everything, I think that it wouldn't have went and escalated as far as it did.
Right. So you think Jada needs to do an announcement as well?
As well,
You're not talking about that day. You talking about in general from the jokes from Chris.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I get you. I see where you're going with it.
I think that Jada has, because of course Will's going to stand up for his wife.
Absolutely.
You
Yeah.
know.
That's what he
But
did.
I think that him being her knight in shining armor has caused him more damage than her actually saying, you know what?
You should have slapped August Alstina. That's what you should have slapped.
Sam
That's-
should have slapped August out.
That's,
Man, y'all so hood out here. Y'all messy. She said, the lady, y'all can't hear her, but she said that Jada should make.
right.
She feels that Jada shouldn't make
Right.
an apology because it blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
So I
yeah.
gotta keep y'all in the loop because I
I'm
got
just
this on.
saying, I think that Jada needs to be apologizing. Will is apologizing because he done got so much more on the table.
Right.
Way more. Way more. Yeah.
Way more.
Way more.
Yeah.
That's what way more is more than more.
Yeah.
Way more. That's like when black people say he's way more.
Right.
Way more better than you. That's like a lot.
Hey, welcome to the show. What's up? Who's this?
Hey, Sal, this is Drew. I got the perfect apology. The perfect apology that would have worked even better.
What would have been better?
Hey, being from Cleveland, you know, I think he should go on and let the man knock off his wife. That's fine. Like he's
Oh, boy, you messy. Oh, you messy. That's why I love coming to the 216. We got some real ones out here. He said, let. If you really won't be fair. You want to be fair. You know, he work in the garage. If you want me to feel really better. Let me hit them hit them draws.
Right. All right, man. Hey, welcome to the show. Who this?
They messy here, Cleveland, y'all.
What's up, Sharika? What's going on?
Sharika. What up, Sharika?
Hi, Bill.
What's up, baby?
Nothing. I want to comment on that apology.
Yes, please.
What you think, Sharika? Go and tell the truth, because
Okay.
you won't. Go ahead.
I will accept his apology once I get my slap back from him.
So you want to get a slap too, Sharika?
Mm-hmm.
See, Sharika, me and you, we real family, because Sharika feel like me. Let me slap you too.
Right.
You know, I'm old school. Eye for a goddamn eye.
Right.
I had a 2 for 2, baby.
And
Yeah.
I'm talking about a good, the one that your grandmama hit you with
Yeah.
in church when you was acting a fool.
Yeah.
Remember the one when your aunt, you sitting there in the church hot and the preacher's preaching and you acting a fool, you about 10, and your grandma said, "Stop it!"
Right. Right.
She slapped you so hard the Bible hit under the bleacher. You like, Grandma, I wasn't even that loud.
But she didn't care.
Yeah.
And she was trying to listen to the Lord.
Yeah.
Listen to the Lord. There you go.
Yeah.
So we got two different ways of thought. One, slap back. You get a free slap. There's a thing called clap back, slap back.
And the other one's hit back.
But I mean,
Hit that back.
I know we being petty, but we being real though, because you got to understand what people don't understand about stuff that happened live is forever.
Yes.
That's the only problem.
It's forever.
It's different getting you knock me out, Sam, in a tavern.
Right.
You knock me out in the tavern. There's only about 8 dudes in there and 2 bartenders in the bar back.
Right.
If you knock me out,
Yeah.
Sam, on Facebook Live
Yeah.
or at the Grammys,
Right.
I'm knocked out.
Right.
I'm out. That's a different knockout.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying. I mean, that's a lot of knockout, bro.
Were you in shock when you saw it?
I thought it was a joke.
Yeah.
Because
I thought it was staged.
I
was
thought
like,
it was staged like they got a skit and did it
Right.
Because comedians mess with people. Because if you remember in Nutty Professor, there was a scene like that.
mm-hmm.
Remember when Dave Chappelle?
Yes.
And then
yeah.
it was a scene just like that, and Jada
Yes.
was in it. So I thought maybe they was making a reference to that.
Damn. I
You
don't
remember
think.
that?
Yeah, I
'Cause
do.
Eddie
Nutty
Murphy-
Professor.
Yeah, and Jada had the bad wig.
Hey.
Watch
Hey,
your mouth, don't
hey,
you
Bill,
say nothing.
be careful
What
now.
I'm saying, and that I didn't think that was her.
Do you think Chris was going too far with the jokes from Jada all the time?
I don't know the history, to be honest with you. I don't know the history of the joking that Chris did that maybe led to that. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it wasn't that bad of a joke. Like it wasn't like, to me, it wasn't malicious or anything. I just think maybe it was in poor taste because here's the thing.
Do you think the
Most
Illuminati
people
told
get-
him to do it?
No. You messy too, Sam. No, but the thing about it is, I don't think everyone knows about her condition.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know it was such a public thing like that
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not keeping up. So imagine you me. I didn't know.
Yeah.
I did not know that information. So what if Chris didn't know?
Have you ever cracked a joke on someone like that, and you was like, "Damn, I didn't know." Throughout your career, ever?
Yeah. Sometimes you can't see when you on stage. The lighting is kind of
It's
dark.
bad. Yes. Yeah.
You know what I mean? And maybe, you say a joke you don't really know until the light come on. You be like, oh, she in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
That's why she didn't get up.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Did she just?
That's crazy. She was in the wheelchair the whole show.
Well,
You don't know. But I'm using that as an example.
Yeah.
But jokes can go too far. I remember there was a joke that, I don't know if you remember it, New York, starring Buck Wild.
Yes, of course.
Got fired, or it was either he got fired or he literally got canceled on the spot because he did a joke about Aaliyah that was just in poor taste. It's like, why would you? There's so many other things.
They
you could
reenact.
say.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. You
Yeah.
remember?
I
It was.
remember,
It was
of course.
horrible. It
Yeah.
was horrible. It was
Yeah.
just horrible, right?
Well, he talked about DJ Envy's the whole thing with his kid too. That's how.
And then he was talking crazy.
Yeah. About a child. Yeah.
I don't know why people would do that.
Right.
But sometimes, we use people's crossing the line.
Mm-hmm.
That's a severe case.
Mm-hmm.
This was a guy at an award show that's lighthearted, not like, Chris Rock is a good dude. He ain't he ain't a hardcore comedian where his jokes is trying to put you in the ground.
Right.
Especially not at the Oscars.
Right. What do you think about this whole council culture?
Cancel culture?
Yeah. At one point, and even coming after Dave Chappelle, like now anything people say, some people get offended. Oh my God! Joke is a joke.
Cancel culture has gotten, out of control in this respect. There is no guidelines. It's just what you feel. Obviously, if there's something that's horrible, we can all agree that that's important. We just agreed right now in 2 seconds that was in poor taste that my man said about Aaliyah, correct? Right. It didn't. How long did that take? Nothing, right? Yeah. But there's other. We gotta have some wiggle room, bro.
Yeah.
You can't just comedians. That's what we do. We find the truth and we flip it, or we find social commentary and things that are true and find humor in a way that most people don't. That's our gift. So you gonna steal that from us? Like we can't talk no more about nothing
at all.
Little people, man.
Right.
When the last time you seen an albino? Like I've been looking for them.
Yeah.
I don't know if they just moved. Remember when everybody had albino Terry?
Yes.
Terry, albino
that
Terry.
Was a time. Yes.
He was the only albino. We didn't know why he was so light skinned.
Right.
We didn't know.
Yeah.
But black people know what I'm talking about. If you grew up in the hood, you had two things in your hood that nobody talked about. You had cross-eyed Sharon.
Cross-eyed Sharon.
Remember Sharon was cross-eyed. She always wore glasses. She's like, right?
Right.
And then you had albino Terry.
Yeah.
Albino Terry, and he was nobody understood because he was the only kid in his family that was albino. We didn't know.
Yeah.
We all young. We all like, yo, that go out. We called it what it was.
Yes.
That go albino Terry. That probably was cruel.
You do that now.
All the albinos show up.
Yes.
And they beat you up.
And you find out what they've been hiding at.
Yeah.
You're not here to see you.
Like I didn't know why Sharon was cross-eyed.
Yeah.
One of the eyes was inside.
Right.
It looked like that eye was looking at her nose.
Yeah.
You remember that cross-eyed? Well, you be like, damn, she cross-eyed.
Everybody had a stuttering friend, remember?
Everybody had a stuttering friend or cousin.
Yes. Yeah.
Write it down.
Yeah.
Remember, why did the person who stutter always run up to you like he had information? What happened?
Right.
He dead. Like they could say something, but
Right.
if they Russian,
Right.
they couldn't say. You didn't have that. Remember, like like he be trying to tell you, ball. You almost have.
Right. And I know 'cause I used to stutter a little bit.
You used to stutter?
Yes, I used to stutter.
How did you get through it?
Man, I went to class. They helped me out.
They got stuttering.
You didn't know that?
Stuttering class. I
Yeah,
didn't know
you didn't know that.
So stutter. What did they teach you in stuttering class? Slow down.
Chill.
Chill.
Yeah.
Now I'm gonna tell you what's crazy.
Relax.
Relax, and so when you relax, the words.
Exactly. You dealing with anxiety.
You want to hear something crazy?
Yeah.
Back in the day, I know you know Guy, Aaron Hall,
Yep.
Damian Hall,
Yeah.
Teddy Riley.
Yeah.
I like, right?
Yep.
Cool. Nobody told me that Aaron Hall stuttered. The first time I met Aaron Hall, nobody gave me the yo. You about to meet Aaron.
Right.
He stuttered like crazy. Don't laugh.
Right.
I'm a comedian. I'm fresh up off Def Comedy Jam, and I'm silly, right?
Yeah.
I just seen him sing, I like things due to me, I like, right? So, but when I say, yo, Aaron, what's up? He...
Hold on.
I thought it was a water hose.
Hold on. 931 CAK. Get out so y'all can see everything. Go to our live right now, so you can see everything unedited, uncut. Bill Bellamy with us. He's at the Improv this weekend. So make sure you get your tickets and hang out. And
I'm sorry.
it's all right. Hey, Reverend, how you doing, man?
We got a reverend on here.
Yes, sir, Reverend. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I apologize, Aaron.
Alarm clock several years ago. I still have it in my dressing room. Hey, man.
Amen, Reverend. Amen. You got those church announcements.
You remember the water hose? When it go like this. Which one is that? Ain't that the sprinkler?
Of course, be our guest on the church. Amen. Now, of course, we have a sponsor each and every week for the Samson
Nobody told
Kenya,
me.
and our sponsor this week is
Nobody
Honey
told
Hush.
me.
Honey Hush, the only honey made from silent bees. Yes, add a little honey to your life and get some Honey Hush sold in fine stores around Greater and Worcester, Cleveland. Amen.
Amen, Reverend.
Now, in order to boost attendance this Sunday at our church, we will have our very first Ratchet Friends and Family Sunday.
Ratchet Friends and Family.
Where the first 50 Ratchet attendees will receive a free V-neck souvenir choir robe that also doubles as a poncho race.
What up, big boy?
And your name will be also entered into a drawing to have your picture on the back of a church fan.
Amen, Reverend. Amen.
Now, next Sunday, we hope you put this on your list. Next Sunday, we have our evening musicale. Our ladies' lime green hair choir will sing an A and B selection, and they will be followed by our purple hair ladies' choir, and it will be rounded out by our red hair ladies' choir, also singing on that particular deal. Now, at 7 p.m., Brother Sam, Sister Fiji, Sister Kenya, we have our People's Think Tank. That's each and every 7 o'clock every Wednesday at 7 o'clock. And speaking of long nails, we have our question this week. If you have excessively long nails, can you bake or cook from scratch?
Yes, sir, Reverend. Yes, sir.
You with a little joke, a little smile for the weekend. We have this man that was at a convention at a wonderful hotel, and he met a lady at the bar. They started drinking and talking, and after about an hour, they go back to her room. Well, after some vigorous lovemaking, the man says, well, I need a cigarette. Do you have a match? So he said, yes, go in your drawer right there and see a match. So he reaches in, and there's a book of matches, but it's on top of an 8x10 picture of a man. He says, is this your husband? She says, no. He says, is this your boyfriend? She says, no. He said, well, who the hell is it? She said, that's me before the sex change.
It's funny because
Reverend.
Yes, sir, Rev.
Yes, sir, Reverend. We'll talk to you, Rev. Amen. All right, we still taking your calls. We're live on Facebook. Touchdown with us right now.
Hey, Sam. So we on the radio. If y'all know, I tell the most funniest true stories, bro. That's a true story about Aaron Hall.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
should have like a person to go, you know, he stutter, right?
Right.
But right before you meet him.
Right.
Because there's no way you're going to anticipate.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Did you haul off
you
a
ever
laugh
meet
in his
Aaron?
face?
No,
yeah,
I didn't. Because
definitely.
Aaron Hall's my man. But I'm
Yeah.
saying, when I first met him, like the first,
Yeah.
nobody told me that.
Yeah, I was in shock as well. I was
didn't
like,
know
damn.
there was somebody else who used to stutter like that. They stopped doing interviews with him.
Mm-hmm.
He was an NBA player, ball head, played on the Bulls with Mike,
Ron
Ron Harper.
from here.
Yeah,
Ron
but-
Harper.
But Ron
Yeah.
Harper didn't stutter all the time.
No,
So,
that's true.
Like I seen one time, Ron Harper was smooth with it. He was like, "Yo, we played hard. The fourth quarter was difficult, but we rallied, right?" And then if he get too excited,
Yeah, what did I tell you?
they be like, "Back to you, Ted.
Right.
Back to you." On camera.
Tell us about the podcast, man.
Oh, okay. I'm stupid. Anyway, shout out to Ron Harper. That's my dude too. And my new podcast is called Top Billing. It launched 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
We came in #1 on Spotify new podcast and Apple Music. We came in top 30 or something.
Okay.
So we're making moves. We got great guests. It's literally, my podcast is the culture. It's funny. It's funny. It's insightful. We got, actors, athletes, influencers, people that are top billing, basically. People that's making moves. And so I just been, during COVID, we ain't had nothing to do.
Right.
Wasn't nobody working. I thought of something funny. I was like, what if I could just do my own thing? I didn't know if, I would be able to do radio every day. That wasn't really my lane. So I was like, with a show like this, I can film them. I can bring my friends in.
Yeah.
Shoot it in Hollywood, right on Hollywood Boulevard. We got the Fly Studio. And we just start rolling, man. We good. Everybody's giving it crazy pub. And then what they do every Wednesday, we drop an episode.
Okay.
And then on Thursday, you can see it on YouTube.
Okay.
So
Okay.
it's
Yeah.
just top billing.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You might want to step your game
Yeah.
up, man. You might put this thing on YouTube so we can see you, Sam.
There you go.
You
we
know what I'm
we
saying?
on that.
Oh, you
yeah.
on there?
Yeah.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah.
He got cameras and everything. He fancy.
Yeah. I want to send my condolences, bro.
Yes. Thank
What I'm saying? When you lose a parent,
Woo! I
that's a
lost
lot.
both my parents.
Yeah, me too.
Woo!
I lost my father back in December.
Ain't it crazy?
Yeah.
Yo, man, I tell anybody that's walking it, I call us soldiers, to know what that pain feels like. When you lose your parents, man, it's nothing that will prepare you for that moment. No one.
I don't care what the doctor tell you.
I don't care what people talking about. Nothing in our childhood is going to prepare us for it.
Yeah.
We don't have no sort of class or any kind of way to get through the trauma of it. But it's just, to me, it's just a day at a time.
Yeah, I was going to ask. So how
It's
is
just
it?
a
Like,
day at a time.
those moments where you want to reach out and then you're like, well,
I always think I
Go!
can call my dad.
Right,
bro.
right.
Like my mom, I got my mom and my dad still in my phone, in my favorites, top right there, 1, 2, right?
Yeah.
People I would talk to every other day,
Right.
for my whole life, right?
Yeah.
So it's not gonna be an easy situation to kind of like go, oh well, I'm cool. No, I'm not.
Right.
And I tell people, you ain't gotta be cool. You might have cool moments, where you actually happy and you cool, and then there could be like a love for you, like
Right.
because I feel like for me, I'm functional.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I can do all the things that I'm capable of doing.
Yeah.
But under the surface, I feel the pain of it.
Yeah.
Is that? Do you
No,
know
no,
what
no.
I mean?
I understand exactly.
Yeah.
Did you have two loved ones that passed at the same time?
Yeah. Yes. My father-in-law passed away,
Yeah.
and my dad just weeks apart. Not even maybe 50 years. So it's just like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
So for anybody that has lost a loved one recently, or you have lost your parents, that is traumatic.
Yeah.
It is a big loss for anybody, and reach out to people. I had ironically, I had a moment in New York. I was in New York last week, and Mike Geronimo, of all people, who I hadn't seen in years, rapper. He was in the studio working on his music.
Yeah.
And he was like, B, how you doing? It was like God, bro. Like, it was crazy, because I don't talk about it. You brought it up, but I don't mind talking, but I wouldn't bring it up, right?
Right.
So I'm like walking in the hall. He's like, yo, Bill, what's up, man? You all right?
Yeah.
What's up, man? It's Mike. I was like, what up, Mike? He was like, yo, man, how you doing, man? I'm like, but the way he said it, I was kind of like, I think he's saying something else. And he was like, no, how you really doing?
Mm-hmm.
Dad. And I was like, oh, I'm going through something with my dad. I just lost my pop. And he was like, I understand, man.
Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right. He was like, it's all right to feel like
Right,
that.
right.
And I was like, dang, how you know? You you know, you trying to touch my heart, cuz?
Right,
You know
right. Trying to have a moment right now.
We trying to have a moment here, or whatever. So,
Yeah.
but what was the beauty of it was he made me acknowledge how I was feeling.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a beautiful moment, especially two men, and he had lost his dad, so he really knew what I was going through.
Yeah.
And but I just say to everyone who has ever lost a parent or a child, or I thought about Kobe and his daughter, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was just like, I remember when that happened. I remember where I was, how I felt. That was a personal loss to me. Kobe was one of my friends, one of my guys. I just seen him.
Yeah.
And I remember that feeling, wondering how could that happen to his family.
Yeah.
And so there's levels to trauma too, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's levels to how bad it could be, or how good it could be, right?
Right.
So you got to make sense of your trauma.
Yeah.
Somehow.
Yeah.
I don't have the answer.
Yeah. It was. I like to always be real especially when people are here.
Right.
The situation with your sister. Is that fine? That came up in the news. Was it a situation or no?
No, I don't want to talk about it, because I
Okay.
didn't really want it to be a public situation.
Okay.
At all.
Yeah.
But people, when you famous, people,
Yeah.
they dig in and they start
Right.
trying to get in it. It's really a personal issue. It's a family issue, and then we just got to figure it out. You know what I mean?
Right.
But unfortunately,
And you guys will do it.
yeah,
you guys will.
We'll figure it out. But it's just unfortunate. What I want to say to anybody who loses someone in your life,
Yeah.
people express their grief differently.
Will you say that again? Where's the
There's no
manual? I tell people that. Where's the manual?
People will express their grief differently than you.
Right.
You might be loud, and you might scream in the car,
Right.
whatever. Some
Right.
people might walk off.
Right.
Some people might just get mad at everybody.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
That's how it is. All of us are going to communicate how we feel differently, and sometimes it hurts people when that happens.
Right.
Because you say stuff
Yeah.
in your grief that can permanently hurt someone that's still living.
Yes.
That happens
Yes.
in grief.
Yeah.
And so you either going to understand that, find a way to get through that, accept an apology,
Yeah.
or find grace and understanding.
Yeah.
That because everybody's pain is different, bro.
Everybody's.
Right?
Yeah.
Are we getting deep?
No, this is real. It's all right. It's all right. No, it's real talk, man. Because we know you as funny and acting and but again, you're human.
Life is
And
real.
life is exactly like
That's the
you're
thing
not
about
walking
me.
down telling jokes all goddamn day.
Yo, I'm funny as hell.
Right.
Listen, I'm funny as hell. I ain't nothing to talk about that.
Right.
That's the gift from God. I
Yeah.
can't control that.
Yeah.
But life is real for everybody.
Yeah.
You're gonna catch an L.
Yeah.
Life, you're not gonna win every game, bro.
Come on.
Stop
That's
playing,
real.
bro.
Yeah.
And people think because you famous, you don't go through nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody go through something.
Everybody.
Come on.
Like we was talking about with Will.
Look at Will Smith. All the money in
Who in
the world.
the hell?
Nobody would ever think that Will would do that. I wouldn't put my money
Right.
and say Will would
And
do
in
that. I'd
that
be like,
moment.
no way. Will,
Right.
Will got it. Will cool. He
Yeah.
had a moment. He had a mistake.
Yeah.
Boom. How many people do we know have done something in their lives or had something happen to them that makes no sense?
Yeah.
Joe, you driving, right?
Yeah.
This could have happened to me.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, I tell everybody, when the light change, wait 3 beats. I always tell my friends, I tell them, anybody I know, man, when the light change, you ain't got to go. You ain't got to go. As soon as it turns green.
Because?
Bro.
Come on.
All right, sitting at the light.
Yeah.
I could not be here, bro. I could be a hologram, bro. Sitting at the light turns green. I got the green.
Yeah.
1 beat, 2 beat. Woo! Car going about 55 miles an hour, which was on my side.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even be. Yo, where was he going? He was
Right,
late.
right.
Was he that late?
Right. Was he that damn late?
Was he? He ran through the light.
Right.
I had the green.
Yeah.
1001, 1002.
Right.
I felt my car go like this.
That whole moment.
I said, "Oh my God!
Yeah.
What if I would have just went? There's no way I wouldn't be here, bro.
Yeah.
That stuff like that.
Yeah.
Slow down.
Yeah. Slow down.
You know what I
Slow
mean?
down.
Yo,
Yes,
put your
sir.
seatbelt on.
No doubt.
You know,
Yeah.
like your mama say, close the screen though.
Yeah.
You know, do regular stuff so maybe you might be here a little longer.
Right.
I told my boy, stop riding the motorcycle with no helmet.
Helmet. Yeah.
Why they got helmets?
Right.
Why do they have motorcycle helmets?
Right.
To hang on the wall?
You to walk around with it?
You supposed to, it's a purse. Motorcycle helmet for your head.
Yeah.
Why
Yeah.
you don't play football without a helmet? But you gonna ride a
Motorcycle.
with no
No.
helmet. When you fall, what you gonna hit? Your
Head.
goddamn head.
Come on. Hey man, I want y'all get out and go see Bill this weekend. We got 4 shows. You got one on Sunday? Or is it
I got one on Sunday.
Okay.
Hey, first of all, I'm telling y'all right now, when I come to Cleveland, it's packed. If you don't have your tickets already, you better call right now. I don't want to be like, oh, Bill, they got us out here by the water. No, listen. Because the line be so crazy, they have you up against the thing by the water. You damn near fall in the water.
Right.
So if y'all better get y'all tickets, stop playing. Y'all know how y'all do. The club is dope. It's gonna be super lit. Sam, I gotta come to your restaurant this time because last time I forgot.
No doubt.
Y'all back open?
Yeah, we open.
You open?
We open.
Y'all got potato salad?
I got potato salad. Yeah.
What you got that black people eat?
We got it all. We got fish. You can get it grilled. You can get it fried.
Go
You
ahead.
can
What else?
shrimp,
You got
pasta,
chicken, grilled,
chicken.
smothered,
Come
and
on.
covered.
We
What
got
else? How
you.
you don't have no damn potato salad?
We'll make some. We'll make
Get the auntie, and I want the yellow potato salad.
You want the
look like
mustard.
you make the white people potato salad. It just got mayonnaise in it.
Bill Bellamy, y'all. You